So they're going to
Damn right.
they're going to get stops. And now you have Alfred Şengün, who, by the way, last game was busting Draymond Green ass, okay? The last game of the regular season where he had Draymond throwing elbows. He is a problem. So when I look at the championship experience that they have on the team in the veteran locker room, I'm looking at Fred VanVleet. I'm looking at Jeff Green. I'm saying to myself, they got the right mixture of youth, athleticism, and veteran leadership, along with an elite head coach. They're going to be prepared for the Golden State Warriors. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a physical-ass series. I see it going 6 or 7 games.
Jalen Green, what are we to make of him at this stage and point in his career?
I think that he's auditioning, SA. Here's why. We've been hearing the rumors, right? We're hearing the whispers right now, right? Kevin Durant getting together with the Phoenix Suns to figure out what's next for him for us, finding a team for an offseason so that they could trade him. Okay, cool.
Right.
We hear the Knicks on that list. We hear the Mavs on that list. And we also hear the Rockets are on that list. The one thing that the one concern that we all have a thing about when it comes down to the Rockets is who's going to be their closer.
That's right.
Jalen Green, it's your time. It's his time. Am I lying?
You're right, but only in this sense. Let's play with this for a second. With what they have, the young nucleus that they have, you already got quality veterans in Jeff Green and Fred VanVleet. Dylan Brooks is like mid-level veteran. He ain't some old senior citizen cat. He's got plenty of time left in this league, but he's been around long enough, and he's a rough rider. And when you think about the culture that they have and what they bring to the table, do you compromise that for Kevin Durant?
I do. But that's why I said, S.A., Jalen Green is auditioning. Right? Because when you look at the Rockets right now, what do they struggle to do? Make shots. They're one of the worst teams in the league for us making 3-point shots.
And we know that ain't KD's problem. Problem.
But what I'm saying is, if I'm Jalen Green going into this postseason, I quiet the noise. Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to show you I could take over a 4th quarter. I'm going to show you I could rough for a 20-point 4th quarter, put the ball in my hands and watch me go to work. Y'all talking about, I'm hearing these whispers about Kevin Durant. Now I'm going to silence that noise right now. And he has an opportunity right in front of him to do it. And so if he does and show that, and all of a sudden the Rockets beat Golden State and they get to the 2nd round, and then all of a sudden we looking at this team and they're in the Western Conference Finals, then, yeah, you kill that Kevin Durant conversation. But if you get beaten the 1st round and it's because you don't have a closer, a guy that could go toe-to-toe with a Steph Curry in the 4th quarter when it's a possession-by-possession game, then, yeah, you might consider trading a Jalen Green, a Jabari Smith, a Cam Whitmore, package it up to bring a Kevin Durant in for next season.
Even if Kevin Durant is the kind of person that you might not think is great for your locker room, not because he's bad or cancerous or anything like that, but because he's a different kind of cat and just marches to the beat of his own drum. You don't worry about that with the nucleus and the culture that you're building in Houston?
You know why I don't worry about it? Because the one thing I know, Ime Udoka throw hands in the locker room with a player. Kevin Durant ain't gonna come pulling that shit he been pulling in Phoenix with Ime Udoka. Ime Udoka go stand on business. And I know Kevin Durant have enough respect for Ime Udoka that he's not going to bring that BS over there, S.A. See, that's what I'm saying. Ime Udoka is the one that's going to get Kevin Durant in line.
I appreciate him having that kind of respect for a brother. Clearly, it didn't appear to exist for a Budenholzer or to a lesser degree, Frank Vogel. I'm not blaming Kevin Durant for that. I don't want to come across as saying that. We've heard news that Booker wasn't feeling Budenholzer either. But when you consider that Kevin Durant is there and that, you know what, Steve Nash got let go. When he was in Brooklyn. You got Kenny Atkinson that was let go the minute he arrived. You're looking at a situation in Phoenix where Vogel's gone now, Budenholzer's gone now. What are we to make of Kevin Durant in your estimation? You're his former teammate. You know him well. What do you make of it?
The same thing I said when we were on Countdown a couple months ago, when it was you, Bob Myers, Malika, and myself, the ABC crew, And I said, let's not ever put Kevin Durant in the conversation with Steph Curry and LeBron James. It's levels to this. And I'm not taking away from Kevin Durant greatness. In my eyes, I believe Kevin Durant is the greatest scorer of all time. But when it comes down to that separation, when you talk about leadership, when you talk about the professionalism, when you talk about the journey, the story, we cannot put him in the conversation with Steph and LeBron. I'm sorry, S.A. Like, Steph and LeBron, like, you know, those are different type of animals. Now, Steph Curry, we don't know him to be a vocal leader, but damn it, we know him to be a culture setter, right? And that's leading by example. I don't know. This is what I'm going to ask you. Think about this for a second. I'm going to ask you this question. Tell me why.
Okay.
Tell me why Ja Morant got the best out of Tyus Jones, who's with the Phoenix Suns. Donovan Mitchell got the best out of Royce O'Neal, who's also on the Phoenix Suns. Chris Paul got the best out of Devin Booker, who's also on the Phoenix Suns. Damian Lillard at one point got the best out of Nurkic, who had problems in Phoenix, who was shipped to the Wizards. Katie, why are you not getting the best out of those guys if other superstars and other players around the league got maximized those same guys? It just don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Don't make sense.
Don't make sense to me either. Let me move on.